Hi everyone and welcome back. Okay, so I've got a watercolour painting for you this time, and as you can see there I'm just using a little bit of masking fluid just to mask out a few areas on the path there. It's a very simple composition. I didn't use a reference photo for this or anything like that, it's all from imagination. I'm trying to get sort of a misty kind of landscape effect with this one, sort of a kind of a misty winter sunset type of scene with sort of puddles on the farm track there, and as always there'll be a full video series of this over on Patreon. I think there's 5 videos to accompany this, with about 2.5 hours worth of real-time content for you to follow along with if you're interested. I'll leave links in the description below, and obviously there'll be a link on the end screen as well. Now the paper that I'm using for this one is Arches £140 12" by 9" watercolour paper. All the colours and everything that I use, they'll all be listed over on Patreon, but there will be links in the description below to the materials that I use, and also to my Amazon store with all the art materials I use, not just for watercolour but for the drawing demos, coloured pencils, all that kind of stuff. It's all over there in the Amazon store if you're interested. So again, I'll leave links for that in the description below. So the sky was mainly painted with a wet into wet technique. I kind of done that in 2 layers. Put one layer down, let it dry, then wet the whole area, went over it again. I had quite a lot of problems and made quite a few mistakes actually in this one. I had to do a little bit of scrubbing out here and there. But it's always the case, you know, when you're working from your imagination and you're making things up and you've not got a reference photo to guide you along, you know, sometimes you just want to change areas, or you're not happy with areas. You know, you get these ideas and you kind of run with them, and they seem like a good idea at the time, and when you put them down on paper they just kind of don't look right, so inevitably, you know, you have to end up adjusting them and changing them. But like I say, you know, that's always the case really when you're working from imagination and just kind of making things up as you go. You know, these things happen. So, you know, in the video lessons over on Patreon you see, you know, a lot of corrections being made. You know, how to remove paint, you know, from the watercolour paper when you don't like what you've done there. You know, and how to correct certain areas. It's been a bit of a what's the word? It's been a bit of a test, this one. You know, these things are sent to testers, aren't they, sometimes? And this one certainly was a test. But, you know, we kind of have to overcome, you know, all the problems that, you know, happen in watercolour painting, because, you know, watercolour has got a mind of its own. It kind of does its own thing, as much as we try and guide it along. Sometimes it doesn't do exactly what we want it to do. You know, so we have to kind of adapt and do the best we can. Anyway, I'll leave you to watch the rest of the video in peace, and don't forget, you know, there's a full video series of this over on Patreon. It'd be great to see you over there. We've got an absolutely fantastic community of people over there, really helpful, really supportive. I'm sure you'll like it over there. So yeah, it'd be great to see you over there. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care everybody, bye for now. you.